Now, as the year 2027 approaches, a lot of candidates have declared their interest in the presidential seat come the year 2027. But one name that has always remained to be a consideration for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya is the name of Daktari Fred Matiangi. As of right now, we all know that President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, together with the Jubilee Party, have fronted Fred Matiangi as their preferred presidential candidate for the general election come the year 2027. But it seems that cracks are developing among the Kisii community and mostly among the Gusii leaders where Matiangi comes from, where many expected that the Gusii leaders, all of them, will rally behind Fred Matiangi for the presidential seat, but it seems that there is a division in the Kisii community since another candidate has showed interest in the presidential election seat. Cracks are slowly emerging among some Gusii leaders, with analysts now weighing in saying they are likely to puncture the puncture the Dr. Fred Matiangi if any drive to State House. Now, disavowing voices against Matiangi are growing each day, especially from seasoned politicians. Some have publicly vowed uh, to vote for former Chief Justice David Maraga for the country's top seat. Now, when we speak about David Maraga, you all know he is one of the most competent leaders that we have ever had in the Republic of Kenya, and he is also the number one Chief Justice with a track record that cannot be refuted anywhere in this republic. Now, some of the Kisii leaders are saying they are going to start with David Maraga instead of starting with Matiangi, for they know what happened when Matiangi was the president. Was serving as the cabinet secretary of Interior during Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's regime. Some have publicly vowed to stop former Chief Justice David Maraga for the country's top seat, and neither Matiangi nor Maraga have made public pronouncement about making a stab at the presidency. Now, Maraga has reached out to to some of the Kisii leaders, and he confirmed to them that he wants to be in the ballot box come the year 2027. Now, these are some of the statements that were made by South Mugirango MP Omingo Magara recently who told one of the Kenyan media stations in the country that Maraga reached out to them to seek their support so that they can rally behind him as their son. Now, Maraga, this one Omingo Magara added that Maraga is already slowly networking, reaching out to friends as he seeks to cement his bid for the top seat on the ladder. He is not fighting anybody. He is only how to make Kenya safer and protect it from the cannibals of the constitution, some who are puffed up with impunity. Maraga's secret bid for presidency was blown off by former Borabu MP Ben Momanyi at a function in Nyamira. He said Maraga was best suited to dislodge President William Ruto during the 2027 general elections, providing his fidelity to the law. Kenya, he said, was not ready for another dictator, saying Matiangi's overbearing character was symptom of despotism. President William Ruto is a dictator. The worst thing we can do as Kenyans is to elect a person with similar tendencies, who is Fred Matiangi. As Kisii, we are fronting Maraga for the position, not Matiangi, he said. Now, similar sentiments were echoed by advocate David Abincha, who said the country has no luxury of space and any time for dictators. Ruto and Matiangi are bad recipe of what it means to be president in this country. We should not make a mistake of jumping from impunity to impunity. That is what the said advocate David Abincha said. And speaking at a local vernacular station, South Mugirango MP Manson Nyamwenya said they would back Maraga and not Matiangi. Now, uh, one MP, Silvanus Osoro, was the first elected leader to bill Matiangi a non-starter. Who has he told? Nobody. My friend, vying for president is not a simple arithmetic. There is more to it, Silvanus Osoro said. Now, speaking in Nyamarambe, the constituency capital, Osoro reiterated his commitment to start with Ruto to the end. We cannot all jump into one basket. I would remain here to secure the community interest in Ruto for President William Ruto. Now, speaking on Tuesday in Nyaribari Church, MP Zahir Jaheda also dismissed calls urging Kisii leaders to back Matiangi. And he said this: "We are sticking in there with Ruto. Those who are telling us to pull out are daydreaming. If you are telling me to pull out, give me that alternative leader so that we can start working on the development projects the president has lined up for my people." He laughed off. Now, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba has since weighed in, saying the Gusii nation would not check out of Ruto anytime soon. Do you think winning the presidency is about posturing? There is definitely more to it, stated Ogamba. Now, Dr. Matiangi was a key figure, wielding immense influence during his time in public service. He had a stellar performance as a cabinet secretary for education. He is, however, yet to resign from World Bank Latin America office. Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka has been hooker number one for Matiangi. Those who are not supporting him will definitely be shocked later. The train is on the go, he told the media the other day. That is Senator Onyonka. Now, among others, selling the former cabinet secretary are MPs Steve Mogaka and Joash Nyamoko from Nyamira County. In Kisii, besides Senator Onyonka and Kitutu Chache South MP Anthony Kibagendi, no other leaders is warming up to a Matiangi presidency. Nyaribari Masaba MP Dr. Daniel Maduku says they are waiting for clear information. Now, veteran political analyst, also Kisii University Don Eric Osongo, said a Matiangi presidency was already doomed. It is dead. It is dead start. He has little home support, and this is what every politician needs to launch a career, especially for any higher seat, and Matiangi lacks this, he told Kawatungu. Now, Osongo warned Matiangi against building false hopes on the support being dangled from Mount Kenya. They would definitely sit and audit what he has, and if it is insufficient, they will scout for another horse or field their own, weighed on the same, that is Bona Osongo. Now, adding water into an already slippery ground is veteran politician Omingo Magara, who said Kenyans were eager for a leader with less competent for the law. It gives Maraga a soft landing among our people. Now, it is something that we all have to speak about. When you are brought and you are put in a situation that you have to choose between Fred Matiangi and David Maraga, who will you choose? For me, I will choose David Maraga anytime, any day, in this country or the other, in this life or the other. Why am I saying that? David Maraga is one person that you can't intimidate, is one person that obeys the law, knows the law, and has a track record of respecting the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. For Matiangi, during his tenure as the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, we had the other bodies where a lot of young men and women were killed and dumped in the river. The others were dumped in the Yala. We have the said container that was located in the river where when somebody criticized the government online, they were abducted and taken there where they were eliminated, or let me say they were tortured and then killed. When we speak about extrajudicial killings, they all began with Fred Matiangi as the Cabinet Secretary of Interior. Remember him with the Kamata Kamata Fridays, where a lot of members of parliament who were opposing Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta were partners and friends of William Ruto. Most of them were arrested on Fridays. So let me ask you, what do you think will be of Matiangi as a president? He will be a dictator. And one thing that I can all tell you is that Matiangi knows that he doesn't have a chance of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Reason why I'm saying this is because Matiangi has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he doesn't want this for himself. Because if he wanted it, he would have started campaigning, he would have started preparing the ground. We all see that former Chief Justice David Maraga is holding meetings at his home. He is meeting with Gen Z and other leaders to prepare himself for the bid of the year 2027. I tell you, Maraga wins. Tell me your take. Leave a comment on the comment section. Subscribe.